This chart from Argentina shows that we're going to see an explosive move of 50x to 100x in 18 months.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinciJ15, we will be talking about Bitcoin. This video is addressed to all Bitcoin holders because crazy things are about to happen to Bitcoin. This is the weekly chart for Bitcoin, and today we will talk about whether we can go back here above this trend line towards the halving and take a complete lift off here for the Bitcoin price within the next few months. However, guys, we will also talk about whether we will just bounce from here and have some more bloody times to come before we can finally lift off. DaVinciJ15 has to share some very specific insights on the charts for Bitcoin when it comes to that. And in the second part of the video, we will talk about fundamentally bullish things for Bitcoin, because taking a look into the Argentinian economy right now, the expected inflation is going higher and higher. And you can see that on local Bitcoin, not only the volume of the Argentine pesos traded in Bitcoin on the weekly here on local Bitcoins is going exponentially and parabolic, but also inflation adjusted here, some kind of inflation adjusted on US dollar. You can see that people are flying into Bitcoin like crazy here right now in Argentina, and this gives us a very nice window here into the future, what's very likely to happen also in the United States, in Europe, and so on. All of that and more in today's episode. So make sure you take a seat. Make sure you smash up the like button right now to at least 3,000 likes. And that being said, we want to come to the most important question of today. DaVinciJ15, with your slightly green jacket today, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know what? This feels like the good old days for me. Back in the day when Bitcoin was around $500 to $300, and it was bouncing in that range, and you know, it was slow and methodically moving up, and it was very painful, very, very painful. And I feel your pain right now, all you Bitcoiners out there. But trust me, this will pass. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I'm just once again very happy to have you on the show, Da Vinci, because you are one of the people who are here in 2011, 2012, 2013. You have lived through all these times multiple times already, and that's why you are so good in anticipating the market, especially here on the longer time frames. So I'm really keen to pull up the charts and see what you have to say about the Bitcoin price right now going into the halving, and also specifically here looking to the 2020 and what's about to come for Bitcoin. And man, I'm very curious also about the Argentina news, because this is a very, very great window into the future here. Crazy things are happening right now in Argentina.
Yes, it is. It is. Here. First, let's pull up the charts and take a look what's happening. Right now, we're turning a little bit red on the weekly, but that's okay. It's all right if we test the 13 EMA. If we bounce. Once we bounce off the 13 EMA, it would be nice if we head up to this trend line up here. I had it on here before, but then I took it off, and now I'm putting it back on. So I feel that this is the trend line that we're going to bounce off of. Maybe we might head up to this trade location, wick up into that trade location on a weekly basis, and then come back in and bounce. If we come back in and bounce down here and stay above this trend line, this dash trend line, that would be awesome. Now, but the market will do whatever it wants to do, but that would be perfect. I mean, it could come back. You know what? We do have a V bottom, unfortunately, and the markets don't like V bottoms. So I really think that we might have to come back and test that V bottom before we actually go higher. Kind of freaky, but let's not hope that happens. Maybe we bounce off of this trend line and come back and test this line here, and we go higher. And that's normally what happens, right? In the markets, unfortunately. But you know who could stop this V bottom turning into a W?
I know. The Federal Reserve.
Exactly. They can print this to the moon, man. So yeah, never trust the V bottom, but you know what? Don't fight the Fed is also a saying that's also said a lot. Now, if we go down to the 4 hour, unfortunately, it's not too scary, but you might be a little bit nervous because we do have what's a divergence in the on bonds volume and on the RSI here. Do we have on yeah, we do also have a divergence on, of course, the MACD. So not very good, not looking so hot for the 4 hour. 4 hour looks like it's really heavy here, struggling to keep going up. So wouldn't be surprised if we get a pullback to the 38.2, which happens to be 7,400, which reminds me of another number over here, which is 7,459, and that is the 13 EMA. So don't be surprised if we come back there and visit that level.
An amazing piece of confluence here on the 4 hour, the 38.2 and the 13 EMA on the weekly, perfectly aligning at 7,400.
Exactly. So we might do a little bit more just to test this top, this last top. Maybe come and wipe out all the stop losses here, because there's a lot of people stop loss here, and here. So that's at let's see here at the 74, 82, 74, 30, 73, 92. Not gonna be surprised if they knock all those stop losses.
Yeah.
That's what the bankers do, right? That's one of the things they taught me in trading school, is that the bankers, and they always go, okay, so we're going higher and now we're going for the stops.
Exactly. Just as you said before, the market is designed to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people most of the time. People are in with too high leverage, and their stop losses are just, or their liquidation prices are just too steep, too close to the price right now. So I really can see that coming.
Yes, exactly. So that's the most likely scenario. So, but this is a great time to be in Bitcoin. I think that even though it's going to take a while before we actually see, well, I mean, when I say take a while, right, that's in Bitcoin terms, honestly, because
18 months is like long term.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the scary thing about cryptocurrency, the cryptoverse, is that for investors in the crypto universe, 18 months is like, oh my God, no, that's forever.
Exactly. And like, if you are talking short term, you have to use the 5-minute candlesticks, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So normally our market cycles are like 7 to 14 years.
Yes.
For something to get really explosive, right? In the normal market, and I'm talking not explosive like 100x. I'm talking like maybe you might, if you feel lucky, a 10-bagger, right? 10x. Right?
Exactly.
Well, Bitcoin's going to do anywhere from 50 to 100x in the next 18 months. So it's going to be slow, because if you're watching it every day, it seems like it's going to take forever, but no, it's going to come very, very fast and hard. So just dollar cost average and take your time, and we will get there. Now, that's what people are doing, obviously, in Argentina.
For you pull up these news, which are amazing. I wanted to consolidate everything for everyone watching. So first of all, we talked about the 4-hour time frame. Retracement to 7,400 is pretty much likely right now. It would align with the 38.2 on the Fibonacci retracement, and also on the weekly, it would align perfectly with the 13 EMA on the weekly. However, zooming out, this small retracement is not too hard to bear, guys. It is like 3 or 4%, guys. Don't freak out because of that, because zooming out, also going into the halving, going into 2020, things are looking very bullish, and we might go above this massive trend line you can see right here. And once we go above and we hold above, very nice times are about to come for Bitcoin. And also to consolidate, you said 15 to 100x for Bitcoin in the next cycle, so within the next 18 months. That would put Bitcoin into a price range between $100,000 100,000 and 750,000 US dollars, guys. So don't freak out about this retracement if it's to 7,400, even if it's creating a W and going down to the 5,000 areas or whatever, guys. If you are zooming out, I think the things are quite bullish for Bitcoin, especially here in the mid-long run. And now, Da Vinci, let's go into my favorite piece of news for today and your favorite piece of news for today, Argentina, and what's about to happen also to the Western world here, to the United States and Europe.
Well, as you know, people are running to a flight to safety, and here in Argentina, right, they're slowly going into hyperinflation again, and the flight to Bitcoin in Argentina, due to the debt crisis, is a sign of what to come. Because I mean, have you heard what Argentina did? They came up with a 100-year bond and sold it in the market. And when I heard that was like 2 years ago. When I heard that, I was like, who in their right mind would buy a bond for 100 years at 2% in Argentina pesos?
Wow.
But they sold it.
It's just incredible. If you look at the inflation rate, I mean, you are losing all your money. If you put in $1,000 into a 100-year bond and you have to wait 100 years at a 2% interest on your money, you lose basically more than 99.9% of your purchasing power, most likely, if you buy this specific bond. So this is completely ludicrous, Da Vinci. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, exactly. It was unbelievable. You can look that up yourself. Yeah. But here, this is not, the people are buying Bitcoin, actually buying Bitcoin. You can tell, because even though it's gone up, the price amount that in pesos have gone up 1,000%. Since January 18th, it's actually in dollars gone up 139%. So people are buying in order to protect themselves, and they're using the Bitcoin to protect themselves from hyperinflation, and we can expect that in the United States, and that's what I expect. Especially if the United States gives out those checks to everyone with a pulse at $2,000 for everyone with a pulse. If that happens, look out! Bitcoin is going to moon.
Exactly, because everyone gets some liquidity on their hand. Of course they have to buy groceries, of course they have to buy food, but they also are very scared because of the expected inflation, which is in Argentina already skyrocketing and which is about to skyrocket also in the United States, also in Europe. Once all of this crisis and all of this fear settles down, this inflation will go crazy, most probably in these countries as well. And then people might want to buy gold, but they might also want to buy Bitcoin, because in all these countries, whether it's Iran, whether it's Venezuela, whether it's Argentina, we have always seen when the inflation and the expected inflation keeps growing, the first thing that people are about to buy is Bitcoin, because we have a hard cap Bitcoin, 21 million maximum supply versus a potentially infinite supply of fiat currency. So it's actually very, very easy for people like us to count one and one together. For people in the outside world, right now it is not, but it will be eventually. So thanks for bringing that piece of news to us, Da Vinci. It was crazy to see that, because Argentina, Venezuela, all these countries provide us a very, very nice window into the future and what's about to happen to Bitcoin.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. It's kind of scary. I can't believe that we're here where we're going to print money and these people in the Fed Reserve, these people in the government, like, don't see anything wrong with that. It's mind-boggling. But that's what's going to happen. You know what? All we see is the storm coming, and what we can do, we can't stop the storm, but what we can do is prepare for it. And preparing for it is by buying gold, silver, and, of course, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
Thank you very much for these ending words, Da Vinci. Everyone watching right now, let us know in the poll which is popping up on top of the screen right now. Do you think that the Bitcoin price can find until the year 2022 a price between $100,000 and $700,000 per Bitcoin? Let us know in the poll which is popping up on top of the screen right now. And now, Da Vinci, the stage is yours. What about Pandora's wallets? Are there any updates you would love to share?
Yes, well, as you know, I have Pandora's Wallet is my software that I designed to help me trade cryptocurrencies, to allow me to take money off the exchanges and make sure that I keep them on my wallet and continue to trade. And if you were interested in that, you could head over to www.pandoraswallet.com. You could purchase as low as 1 month subscription, where you'll be part of our trading group, and you'll be a permanent member up until the end of this month. You'll be a permanent member of our trading group, but after that, you will have to renew your subscription if you purchase after the April 30th. Yes. So on May 1st, you're out of luck, and you're going to have to renew your subscription. However, also, if you purchase a 2-year subscription, we'll talk about whatever cryptocurrency that you want us to talk about on my channel. However, it's got to have at least $10,000 worth of daily volume, not some coin that has $1. $1 daily volume. That's just ridiculous.
And also, quick disclaimer, Da Vinci will be brutally honest. So if you are suggesting something which is horrible, well, the analysis will be horrible as well. So make sure you you take care about that. But it is a great offer. You said until the end of the month. This is like 2 days more, guys. So if you are interested, now is the time. Now, with the next DaVinci J15 episode, this offer will not be valid anymore. So go to the link down below, pandoraswallet.com, and make sure you take advantage of that if you want. So thank you so much, Da Vinci. Thank you so much for dropping all that knowledge bombs to us. Thanks everyone for liking the video. Our last video about the hash ribbons got 3,000 likes. Thank you so much. And everyone smash up the like button to 3,000 likes once again. Join the comment section down below. We will try to answer many of these comments. And that being said, Da Vinci, do you have anything to share before we wrap up today's episode?
Yes, always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto already tomorrow. And as always, guys, bye-bye.